Hi, I'm John Nunn. I'm the owner of Bitterberg and Saddlery, and today I'm here to tell you a little bit about helmets, helmet fit, and how innovative they have been in the last few years. So let's take a look. As you can see, I'm wearing a show jumping helmet. Show jumping helmet would be not basically used for your everyday usage, just because it's a little more expensive. The velvet, you have to be very careful with it. There's a lot of nice helmets out there. Troxel puts out a lot of nice helmets. One of them happens to be what I like, is a helmet that's all around. You can use it for showing if you need to in the lower levels. You can use it for trail riding and just your normal day riding. The nice thing about the Troxel helmet, it has a removable liner, and the fastener behind, you're able to open it up on yourself and close it very easily. You put it on your head and then close it and tighten it up. So you give yourself a self-adjusting fit. We'll talk about fit in a few minutes, and fit is the most important thing. How does that helmet fit? This is a great trail riding helmet. It has breathability, it has durability. You gotta remember, when you're going underneath those trees and limbs, you want that, you don't want the harness and everything else to be beat up in the skull. You want those branches, because you will hit a few, you want them to glaze right off. There's other types of helmets. This particular one is used a lot for dressage, but unfortunately, it's really not a helmet. It was what we wore as kids. It used to have a harness, and dressage riders today still wear this, though it is not protective. So I always say this is it's a piece of apparel, not really a helmet. Charles Owens makes a lot of nice helmets themselves. I like the Charles Owens because it fits me. That's what you really want. You know, there's a lot of price ranges in helmets. You can buy a helmet for as low as $35. You can spend up to $200. And do you always need to spend the $200? No. But what I found is that the more you spend for a helmet, usually the better helmet you get. This particular helmet has a padding behind that actually comes in cups under your head so that it really fits tight. The other thing is, inside the helmet, you have a nice wide band. It absorbs some of the sweat, and it lays very flush on your forehead so that the fit is really nice. It has a very nice leather harness. This type of helmet is used mainly for show jumping. For hunters and jumpers, it comes in different colors. You'll see in just a few moments, it comes in any kind of color you really want. It does get a little expensive when you do that, but the helmet in itself is a great helmet. This particular helmet's called the GR8. In the sport of eventing, and that's what I particularly do myself, there's a skull cap that is normally what the eventers wear. Again, this particular helmet, which they call the J3, actually has, again, the same features as the GR8. Has a nice padding behind that actually cups underneath your head. It comes with a helmet cover that, you know, in America, we're not so used to having that helmet cover sticking up. But it's removable. You can have a helmet cover in your own colors made for it. I like this helmet a lot, actually, for the everyday riding. It fits very low on your head, and it's very comfortable. And what I like about it is, I feel it's going to give me the protection that I really need. Again, the GR8 does the same thing, the Troxel does the same thing, but for me, it's what I like. Ventilation has become the new thing in helmets. And ventilation, this particular helmet, actually, they call it the ProSkull 2. It has ventilation throughout. Air comes up, and it is giving you and cooling your head. Well, it depends on how fast you're going, really, huh? But it really does have ventilation. It gives you more breathability. Helmets do get hot, and a lot of people say, well, you know, I want a really lightweight helmet that really is not going to get too hot. I think they all get hot. It's something on your head, you're riding, you're working yourself up. I think almost all helmets get pretty warm. The ventilation in this is nice. It fits very low on your head, and you have some air in behind. Let's do a little bit of helmet fit now. I think I'd like to show you how a helmet should fit, and when you're going to a store, what you should be looking at when trying to get your helmet fit. Today we have Molly Rosen here. She's a top eventer, and I've asked her to come and help me with the helmet fit. Molly, these helmets you've been wearing,
Yes, this is my cross-country helmet that I've been wearing.
And how long have you been wearing them?
This cross-country helmet I've been wearing for about 2.5 years.
Okay, let me take a look and see what I think, if it's a proper fit or not. So what I look at is, I ask the person to look at me because I want to know if her eyebrows are going to move. So basically, I'm looking here, and with just a couple little fingers, this helmet's actually shifting quite easily. Let's take a look at your other helmet. Do you wear your hair up underneath your hat all the time?
My cross-country helmet, John, I have to because it's gotten a little bit big.
See, I think proper helmet fit should really not have the hair up underneath, because it really should fit your head and not be part of your hair, because the hair actually changes. Let's try this. Here we go again. We're almost at the same point. The first jump she goes over, it isn't going to take much for that helmet to shift and be in her eyes. So let's try another helmet on you. Let's go down one size, see where that takes us. Here we go. Now where we have the eyebrows that move, the hat is not moving on her head. How does that feel?
Feels a lot snugger than my other helmets, like it's not going to move when I go over a jump.
Yeah, good. I mean, this is proper helmet fit. You know, before I tell anybody or put them in a helmet, I like to explain to them that I want that helmet to fit almost where the helmet is. It almost feels like it's going to give you a headache, but it really won't. That tight, because it breaks down the circumference inside that helmet. The padding breaks down so quickly. Have you ever had any falls with any of these helmets?
Yes, John, in my cross-country helmet I've taken a few spills.
And you didn't get it replaced?
I have not gotten it replaced.
Well, let me tell you what happens. You fell off maybe here, and this came. This is styrofoam inside, the whole inside of this helmet. This is all styrofoam. And what happens, Molly, is that helmet, it can cut. You have concussion of the styrofoam. It breaks down. It just goes dun, 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 dun. It could be actually, you might be able to get another fall out of it, but would you want to take that chance? Because originally, it started off being quite thick. The reason so is the styrofoam starts to diminish. Well, that spot right there, the rest of the helmet might be perfectly fine for you. But that spot right there will no longer protect your head. It'd be just like having paper on there. So hence the reason, unfortunately, that you got to replace your helmet. I'm John Nunn. I'm the owner of Bitter Britain, and thanks for watching.